Hi guys and welcome back. One of the questions I get asked all the time is what are my favorite makeup brushes? So I thought I'd sit down today and talk to you guys about a few brush related things. Over the past couple of years, I have definitely found that if you have the right brushes, honestly, makeup is so much easier. A lot of the times if I screw up my eyeshadow, it's because I'm using the wrong brush. And I know it's very easy to place the blame on an eyeshadow brush, but honestly, sometimes it is the brush. All of the brushes that I'm talking to you guys about today, I will leave linked in the description box down below. So if you do want to check them out or get some more information, then you can definitely go ahead and do that. If I were to recommend a brush set, I would probably say the Zoeva Rose Golden Luxury Set Volume 3, 8 brushes and clutch. I actually use this bag for transporting makeup if I'm going on holiday somewhere. There are so many amazing brushes in this set and brushes that I use on nearly a daily basis. The first brush in the set is the Zoeva Luxe Face Focus brush. I like to use this brush to set my powder. So this is a brand new one and this is one I've had for quite a few months now, and I will just use that to set my loose powder underneath my eyes, or I'll also use it sometimes to apply my highlighter. You also get the 129 Luxe Fan brush, and this is a brush that I get asked about almost every time I put it in a video. Everyone's like, oh my god, what is that brush? It's this one. If you like to blend out your concealer using your fingers, then you may like this brush, which is the 142 Concealer Buffer. I use this one probably on almost a daily basis to blend out my concealer and also sometimes to blend out my under eye concealer too. You also get 3 eye brushes in the set. You have the Rose Golden Luxe Crease Brush, Luxe Smoky Shader Brush, the Rose Golden Wing Liner Brush, which I like to use to do my eyebrows sometimes. We have the 109 Face Paint Vegan Brush. Because it's quite narrow, you can really get in to the hollows of your cheeks to contour. I really like this brush. I don't use it enough actually, so I think I will actually start using it some more. Final brush in the set is the 103 Defined Buffer brush, which I like to use to apply my foundation, blend out larger areas of concealer, or blend out your contour. If you were to just get one brush set to start your collection, then I would definitely recommend this brush and these brushes. I tripped. Right. You definitely have enough brushes here to do your whole face of makeup, and I think they look really cute as well. I'm gonna say that's helpful. I really like this set. After investing in a brush set, you might find that you need to add a couple of other brushes to your set. Maybe you're struggling with a particular brush, or maybe you just want more. That's kind of where this set of brushes comes in, and this is kind of like the brushes that I've acquired over the past few years, but also brushes that I would really struggle to live without. My favorite brush that I have for blending eyeshadow is the Crown Brush C441 brush. Very similar to the MAC 217 brush, which I think retails at around the £20 mark, but these are actually only like £3 or £4. I would definitely struggle to do my eyeshadow without it. They're literally amazing. Okay, so the next eyeshadow brush I feel like everyone should have is the Crown C515 brush. A really easy to use pencil brush. I like to use this for the under eye area. I feel like that's the best way of smoking out your under eye. Super affordable. It's Crown brush. Oh! Why do I drop everything? The next brush on my list is the Crown C528 brush, and this is the Deluxe Crease brush. It's for applying darker eyeshadows to the outer corner of your eye, or it's also good for smoking out the under eye if you want like a really messy, grungy look. For my brows, there are 2 brushes that I like to use. The first one is the Crown C160 Taklon Angled Liner brush, and I really like to use this brush for doing my brows. If you like to use a dip brow or a pomade or gel liner or anything like that, then you may get on really well with this one. And the second second brush that I love to use for filling in my brows is the Urban Decay Pro Eye Tool. This is completely vegan. It's made out of recycled plastic bottles, which is pretty freaking cool, to be honest. That's pretty impressive. And I love to use the spoolie for brushing through my brows. It's super strong, it doesn't feel like it's gonna break, and it's very easy to clean too. So I didn't actually realize how much I love highlighting until I looked in my brush cup and saw that there were another 4 highlighting brushes in there. This one is from Crown Brush. It's super soft, and that one you can get a really intense highlight across the cheekbone using. Makeup Forever 152 Wavy Brush. Really great for building up the highlight and just softly blending it out for like a natural look. The Anastasia A23 Highlight Brush. This is one of my favorite brushes. It works incredibly well. You get a really beautiful coverage of highlighter onto the tops of your cheek, and it's just so soft and so fluffy on the skin. One of my favorites, I would say. Final brush is the Zoeva 134 Luxe Powder Fusion Brush, which again, you've probably seen this one in quite a few videos. It's very soft and it gives you more of a defined highlight rather than a giant sweeping one. I do have one high-end brush in my must-haves brush edit, and that is the Giorgio Armani Blush Brush. It's a very large blush brush that makes it easy to use and get a really soft blended out shade across your cheeks. It is one of the most luxurious brushes that I have, but it also has a very luxurious price point. It's £85 for this brush. It's incredibly expensive, I am aware of that, but if you are into luxury brushes, maybe you just want to blow a load of money on a single brush, buy this one. I know a lot of you are probably sat there and gone, get real, it's 85 quid on a single brush. I know that's expensive. So I found you kind of a dupe for it, which is the Crown C500 Blush Brush. And this one is only £20, and you can just sweep the colour up onto the brush and onto the cheeks like so. It's nowhere near as soft as the Armani brush, and it doesn't glide over your cheeks as well as the Armani brush does. But if you would like to have like a sweeping rosy glow look across your cheeks, then this one will do the job. Final brush on my list is the Urban Decay Contour Definition Brush, and this is the F109 brush. You can get really deep into the hollows of your cheeks, and it's also a really lovely shape for blending out your foreheads too. It's 100% vegan, it's made out of recycled bottles, and yeah, love it. The next item on the list isn't actually a brush, it is in fact a sponge, and this is the Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge. I've probably bought about 15 of these over the past couple of years, and I absolutely love it. I definitely prefer this to the Beauty Blender, although I do love a good Beauty Blender as well. Texture of the Miracle Complexion Sponge gives you more of a beautiful natural look, and I actually like these when they're a little bit older because I feel like they become a little bit more porous and more sponge-like rather than that kind of slick brand new look to them. And you can definitely really work and push that foundation in with this and get a beautiful coverage. If I had to choose one way to apply my foundation and only one way forever, I would probably choose this one because I know that every time I use this product, it's going to give me a flawless look. One of my favorite things, which I can't do this video without mentioning, is this. Now you might be like, what that? This is a travel makeup brush case. I really like this. It was super affordable too from Amazon. If you are traveling or wondering how to store your brushes when you're on the move, then something like this could be a really cheap, affordable way to do it. The last question that I get asked all the time is, how do I clean my makeup brushes? There's one brand that I always turn to, and that is Beauty Blender. This is the Beauty Blender Solid Ultimate Makeup Sponge and Brush Cleanser, and I like to use this one for cleaning my brushes. It's so easy to use. You literally just roll your brush back and forth into the soap, give it a good swirl, and then wash that using a warm tap, and then hang the brush to dry. It's super easy to get a clean brush using this. And to clean makeup sponges or beauty blenders, you can use the solid soap, but I actually prefer to use the liquid soap. I have actually run out, so I can't show it to you, but Beauty Blender does actually sell a pump action liquid soap, which I find a lot easier for sponges because you can just press the sponge on the top, give it a pump, and then rinse it clean under the tap. It will usually take a good 3 or 4 pumps to make sure that your beauty blender is clean, but you will get there in the end. That is it for my makeup brush must-haves. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was useful and it wasn't just me babbling for like the longest time, because I do usually sit here and film for like 2 hours and then I'm like, oh my god, holy how am I gonna make this 5 minutes? I really hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know which was your favorite brush that I mentioned today, and if you have any particular favorite brushes that I didn't mention, then leave them in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!